goodness glad to have you back for another half hour of Jubilee USA from Springfield, Missouri, right in the heart of the Ozarks, with Slim Wilson tonight standing in for Ed Foley. And it's all brought to you by Carter's Pill, the non-habit-forming laxative that helps you break the laxative habit. And now with guest Jeannie Thomas, here's Slim.
Be honest with me, dear, whatever you do. Remember your mind, dear, so always be true. Wherever you wander, on land or on sea, if you really love me, be honest with me. My poor heart would break, dear, if you were untrue. Asleep or awake, dear, I dream about you. For you are my darling, you're all I can see. If you really love me, be honest with me. Be honest with me, dear, whatever you do. Remember your mind, dear, so always be true. Wherever you wander, on land or on sea, if you really love me, be honest with me. My poor heart would break, dear, if you were untrue. Asleep or awake, dear, I'll dream about you. For you are my darling, you're all that I see. If you really love me, be honest with me. Be honest with me, dear, whatever you do. Remember your mind, dear, so always be true. Wherever you wander, on land or on sea, if you really love me, be honest with me. If you really love me, be honest with me. Thank you very much, friends. I really got a big kick out of doing that number with that young lady and holding her hand like that. Of course, I still hold my wife's hand, but it's mostly in self-defense now. I guess we'd better go along. And you know about the best way that the Jubilee locates new talent for you to enjoy and listen to is what the stars have to say about the new up-and-coming people that they see and work with in their travels. Now, Jeannie Thomas, who you just heard, came highly recommended to us by everyone who's worked with her. And when Johnny Cash told us about an outstanding young fellow by the name of Gordon Terry, we said, bring him along, and here he is right now.
I walk along and count the steps I take. With every step it seems my heart will break. This used to be the street where you and I would meet, but now it's a lonely road. I go to places that we two once knew, and then it seems I hear the sound of you. Just like a rolling stone, I feel so all alone, lost on a lonely road. I push my way through the shadow of a gay Latin crowd. I lose myself in a honky-tonk where the music's playing loud. There's nothing left for me now that you're gone, but just to keep a wandering on and on. I'll find you someday at the end of that lonely road. I'd push my way through the shadows of a gay laughing crowd. I lose myself in a honky-tonk where the music's playing loud. There's nothing left for me now that you're gone, but just to keep wandering on and on. Oh, how I hope and pray I'll find you someday at the end of that lonely road, that lonely road, that lonely road.
Even though our head man couldn't be with you tonight, we made a special television recording that's to be called to your attention right now. So here's Red with an important message about your health.
Say, do you take laxatives regularly? Well, if you do, you really ought to stop. This clinical report prepared by 5 New York doctors proves you can break the laxative habit. Now, 83% of the cases tested did it, and so can you, and here's how. You stop taking whatever you now take, and instead, every night for 1 week, take 2 Carter's pills. Second week, 1 each night. The third week, 1 every other night. And then nothing. And every day, drink plenty of liquids. Put yourself on schedule, and that's all there is to it. Now, here's why Carter's plan helps break the laxative habit. It's really very simple. You see, Carter's pills contain no habit-forming drugs. Instead, Carter's relieves irregularity with 2 natural vegetable ingredients. So, when you need a laxative temporarily, take Carter's temporarily and never get the laxative habit. Get Carter's little pills.
Picking and singing, Pliny Jane, here are Harold Morrison and Jimmy Gately. Way down in the piney woods when the moon begins to shine. Blink, blink, blink to the harper, you ought to hear her sing. Of all the girls in all the world, there's none like Pliny Jane. Now Pliny Jane's a pretty thing, and everywhere she goes, everywhere she puts her foot, a little flower grows. Pliny Jane, I'll meet you beneath the pines, way down in the piney woods when the moon begins to shine. Blink, 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 said the harper, you ought to hear her sing. Of all the girls in all the world, there's none like Pliny Jane. Some folks see the little star just only when it's night. But I see stars most any time when Pliny holds me tight. Pliny Jane, I'll meet you beneath the pines, way down in the piney woods when the moon begins to shine. Blink, blink, blink to the harper, you ought to hear her sing. Of all the girls in all the world, there's none like Pliny Jane. Hair of gold, eyes of blue, and lips like sugar cane. Lord have mercy on my soul, how I love Pliny Jane. Pliny Jane, I'll meet you beneath the pines, way down in the piney woods when the moon begins to shine. Blink, blink, blink to the harper, you ought to hear her sing. Of all the girls in all the world, there's none like Pliny Jane. Of all the girls in all the world, there's none like Pliny Jane.
Picking $5,000 rewards the Canary Kid. I ain't afraid of that fool thing. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do a little song that I wrote myself, entitled, "Oh, fireman, save my child," she cried, but the little holes were asleep in the cheese. Cold blew the blast, and down come the snow. Where did Robinson Crusoe go? I don't know. Come, let us lean against the river, my little darling blues. Now, you can tell you're not playing with kids. It takes a brain to think of things like that. Now, I'm just joking. Tonight, I want to thank all the little boys and girls all over the country that wrote me so many little nice cards and letters. And I want to sing the song that they ask for most. It's all about I taught a putty tat. So hit me an arpegatory. What are you going to do for an encore, Paul? Picker. I am a little tiny bird. My name is Tweety Pie. Now wheels inside my bird cage are hanging way up high. And I like to swing upon my perch and sing my little bitty song. But there's a cat that's after me, and he won't let me alone. And I thought a putty cat sweeping up on me. I saw a putty cat as plain as he should be. And then, I am that great big fat old cat. Sylvester is my name. And I only have one aim in life, and that is very plain. I want to catch up this bird and eat him right away. But just as I get close to him, this is what he'll say. I told a putty cat to sweeping up on me. You bet he saw a putty cat. That putty cat is me. That putty cat is very bad. He sneaks up from behind. I don't think I would like it either if I knew what's on his mind. Now a strong suspicion his plan for me ain't good. I am inclined to think that he would eat me if he could. Scared myself. I'd like to eat that Tweety Pie when he leaves his cage, but I can never catch him, and it drives me into a rage. You bet I'd eat that little bird if I could just get near. But every time that I approach, this is what I hear. I told the putty cat to sweeping up on me. I saw a putty cat as plain as a... One do-do-do-do-do-who himself, Sugar Fisher. Now I've got this guitar handy for one purpose of singing a song that's sort of a long-standing favorite of mine. So boys, take me away. When the sugar moon shines all around about June, I'll be walking with sugar neath that old sugar moon. All the kisses I missed, I'll be getting them soon. Sugar kisses from sugar neath that old sugar moon. I can see her right now. She'll get the calendar down and put a circle around the date we're all bound. When the sugar moon shines all around about June, I'll be walking with sugar neath that old sugar moon. Go ahead, Speedy. When the sugar moon shines all around about June, I'll be walking with sugar, neath that old sugar moon. All the kisses I miss, I'll be getting them soon. Sugar kisses from sugar, neath that old sugar moon. Oh, I'm dreaming sweet dreams of all the loving I'll get when I get back to my bed. Oh, Lordy, how I'll pray till the sugar moon shines long around about June, when bells will be chiming in that old sugar moon.
Oh, thank you, Slim. Thank you. You know, I haven't figured out yet how gum fits into a musical show, but I'll do just what they told me, and I'm going to pass this out among the cast while you folks are busy watching this.
Broken Arrow, symbol of Apache peace, as the fearless warriors of the West ride through one of television's most exciting series. Broken Arrow, based on the life stories of two great men, the famous Apache chief Cochise and his white blood brother Tom Jeffords, sharing the drama and dangers of this turbulent period of bitter conflict when the whites swept over Apache lands in an irresistible wave. And only the cool heads and strong arms of these two men could keep this powder keg of violence from exploding into open warfare. Broken Arrow, starring John Lupton as Tom Jeffords, Michael Ansara as Cochise, filling the television screen with the adventure and action of the West's most exciting era. Every week on ABC TV.
A taste of Apache discipline tomorrow, preceding Maverick on most of these stations.
Chawing, chewing gum, chawing, chewing gum, chawing, chewing gum, chawing, chewing gum. Mama sent me to the spring, told me not to stay. Fell in love with a pretty little girl, could not get away. Chawing, chewing gum, chawing, chewing gum, chawing, chewing gum, chawing, chewing gum. First she gave me peaches, next she gave me pears, next she gave me 50 cents, kissed me on the stairs. Chawing, chewing gum, chawing, chewing gum, chawing, chewing gum, chawing, chewing gum. Mama don't want me to whistle, no. Papa don't want me to sing. What are you gonna do? They don't want me to marry, well I'll marry just the same. Don't blame you. Chawing, chewing gum, chawing, chewing gum, chawing, chewing gum, chawing, chewing gum. I took my girl to preaching. What do you reckon she done? Oh. Stood right out in the preacher's place, started chewing gum. Chawing, chewing gum, chawing, chewing gum, chawing, chewing gum, chawing, chewing gum.
I guess we chewed out about 2 minutes worth of Jubilee with that song, so let's get on with something a little more serious. Here is Johnny Cash, who has carved for himself such a very special place in the hearts of many fans of country music, singing Big River.
How I taught the weeping willow how to cry, and I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky, and the tears that I cried for that woman are gonna flood you, Big River, and I'm gonna sit right here until I die. I met her accidentally in St. Paul, Minnesota, and it tore me up every time I heard her drawl, southern drawl. Then I heard my dream went back downstream to Morton and Davenport, and I followed you, Big River, when you called. On your voice. Then you took me to
Raiders said she's been here, but she's gone, boy, she's gone. I found her trail in Memphis, but she just walked up the bluff. She raised a few eyebrows and then she went on down along. Now won't you bat it down by Baton Rouge, River Queen, roll it on. Take that woman on down to New Orleans, New Orleans. Go on, I've had enough. Here come my blues down in the snow. She loves you, Big River, more than me. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, what do you say? Let's all shake a leg with the square dancingest kids in America today. The Jubilee Promenaders with Mr. L.D. Keller doing the call. Let her go.
Hey, John, your hands should go right, sit down on the old line. Hurry, stay along that line, leave you to stay behind, train left pretty good right on the home, you swing, you'll be fine. Hey, the old left hand, right, your party right, left hand. Right and left, your party, right, go round, go to top, lady, do right back home like you always do. Hey, first, third, nod, swing. Now, turn back to the ring. Up, turn one side in, inside out, outside in. How about you do it again? You swap your part for a brand new girl. You turn to the side of the beach right foot. Inside out, outside in. Hello, you back there to do it again. Tell them to the old left hand. Hello, right, left hand, right and left to the side and eight, step right up to the promenade. Promenade, go round, square, promenade, go here and there. Hey, 1 and 3, you bow and swing. Now, you run it back to the ring. Up, to the hands up high, make that arch in the sky. Two side ladies, slide on two, swing to the distance, make you. Hey, swing 'em high, swing 'em low, promenade the outside road. It's promenade and home you go. Now, swing to the jumping down, swing round and around to the old thing. Up, run it back to the ring. Up, just sit with a hand up high and make that arch in the sky. Two side ladies, right on two, swing it in the station you. Hey, swing 'em high, swing 'em low, promenade the outside road, promenade, go round the way. Where is your go, what a birdie say? Hell, man, left the lady star, get turn around but not too far. Hell, man, left the gentleman star, lady run around not too far. Hell, man, left the left hand, head, go wide, left hand. Hurry, left your mind, roll and hook right up there, promenade, long you promenade, and do the promenade, that's fun. Not you must go, you bow and swing. You leap right up to the right, ring your circle 4, 2, 2. Just right, you set to the right, left knee. Now right, left knee, right down the middle of the keep your feet in time to pedal. Now start to believe the ball's flowing down the ring, ring the 1, 2, 4, 6, 9, off that floor you do.
Thank you very much, Mr. Keller. I'd like to take just a moment to pay a little tribute. You know, pass the roses out while everybody is able to listen. We visit a lot over the parts of the country, and the Jubilee Promenaders and Uncle Sipe Brassfield are two of the most popular artists, or groups of artists, that we have on the Jubilee. They're real fine everywhere we go. You know, I've asked Johnny Cash to be the one who takes Fred's place in the regular closing of tonight's show, and you're going to find, I think, that his song is inspiring in a warm and tender way. But first, let's let someone else have his say.
Oh, Brother Bart, you'll have to excuse me right now. I have some business to take care of.
Now, that's just about the same business I was thinking of. I'll tell you what, seeing we both have the same interests, let's cut the cards.
We were just fooling. As you know, there's only one Queen of Hearts. But the Mavericks on Sunday nights have plenty of them. Seriously.
Yes, very seriously. If you like action, suspense, romance, and comedy, tune in to Maverick on Sunday night on ABC. Brother Brett, shall we start again?
Bart turns the jail into home tomorrow, following Broken Arrow on most of these stations.
The years have been many, the years have been long. At last I'm returning to Daddy and home. He's looking my way, though he hardly can see. God bless my old Daddy, he recognized me. There's snow in his hair, and I helped put it there, a halo of worry and care. As my daddy grows old, he's more precious than gold, for I cherish the snow in his hair. His shoulders were bent with the weight of the years. I scarcely could hold back the flood tide of tears. He walked with a cane as he stumbled along, coming to meet me, to welcome me home. There's snow in his hair, and I helped put it there, a halo of worry and care. As my daddy grows old, he's more precious than gold, for I cherish the snow in his hair.
Thank you very much. Johnny Cash, one of the finest fellows I've ever had the pleasure of working with. I guess that's about all of the Jubileeing that we can possibly cram into our allotted time tonight, friends. And like you, I'm sure sorry that both Red and Tex Ritter were hospitalized and couldn't be with us. And now, here's someone who wants to tell you about next week's guest coming right out here and, make way, make way. There's who we're going to have next week. Now, you be sure and be with us then. Good night, little Martha. Good night, everybody. Yes, sir.
This portion of Jubilee USA has been brought to you by Carter's Pills, the non-habit-forming laxative that helps you break the laxative habit. Little Bertha, our feminine billboard, appeared through the courtesy of the Adams and Sells Three-Ring Circus. Next week, Jim Reeves and Jimmy Driftwood are the guest stars here on Jubilee USA. Sent your way every week from the Jewel Theater in Springfield, Missouri. Produced by Crossroads TV through station KYTV. This is Joe Slattery saying, so long, everybody! Cheyenne foils a bank robbery, but another receives the credit. Join Cheyenne Monday at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central Time on ABC.